Gervonta Tank Davis is mad at Mayweather Promotions, but Mayweather Promotions actually got him one of the most oddest bullshit fucking title fights ever, bro. And, you know, I'm just sick of the politics of boxing, man. Like I've been saying before, they should just go ahead and just get rid of every belt in boxing and just get 2 belts, 2 real world championship belts, and a developmental belt for contenders and young fighters. And whichever sanctioning belt bodies or whatever comes up with the best strict rules and good rankings and all that can lay it out in front of a commission, that's who the 2 belts you go with in the developmental belt, man. We back with the Boxing Clinic of Morris, your boy CJ Goodfella. Like I told you guys earlier in the Khan video, final thoughts for Khan and LaGreco, excuse me. We supposed to be in New York right now, man. You know, my plane supposed to land like 7 minutes from now, man, but I had it, you know, I booked it for PM instead of AM. I thought it was AM, got to the airport, they told me it's PM, so I had to come back to the crib. You know, I usually don't have to, you know, book my flights unless I'm flying with my girl, because, you know, my pops, he retired from Delta, so I usually just, you know, get plugged in that way. But I just, you know, I booked the flight for myself this time because New York is a hard place to fly in and fly out of. So, you know, I made a rookie mistake. It is what it is. We'll be out there tonight, all day tomorrow. So if you in New York or you plan on being at the Barclays Center, I'm planning on getting there about 7 to 8, doing some shopping and eating, loving what I'm doing. Those 2 things I like to do. I'll be in Times Square, Manhattan all morning to the afternoon, back to, you know, my room. Then I'll be on my way back to the Barclays Center. For anybody that want to hang out, just message me on the Boxing Clinic and More on Facebook. It's better in the comment section. I'll get right back to you. We can exchange some information. If you're at the Barclays Center, get something to eat before the card kick off. I want to catch Madonna's brother, Fabian Madonna, and a couple of the other fights. Rasheed Warren going to be out there. So I'll probably get there about 6 or 7. It depending, you know, want to do something after the fight, whatever it may be. You know, we can hook up and do something, man. But, yeah, one of the oddest things out here is that Albert Machado has been, you know, given the regular WBA title after beating Gervonta Corrales, which it was only 1 WBA title. So that should have been a super title. Machado has been downgraded to the regular champion, and now apparently the super WBA champion is vacant for Cuellar to take on Tank. Now Cuellar is given a super WBA title shot after losing to Abner Mares at 126 pounds. Now he's getting gifted with a title shot at 130. I try to tell you, man, when boxing get more funky and more funky with the corruption, man, you be like, man, they can't top that. They top it. You know, this is right up there with the Canelo Alvarez bullshit suspension with no fine and no extensive drug test, which the video we just dropped. This is up there. How does 2 guys, one guy who don't fucking make weight and look like a fucking crackhead right there in Gervonta Tank Davis, how does he get a title shot after losing his IBF title? And how does Cuellar get a title shot after coming off a loss from another weight class? That just shows you, man. And like I told you, I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm different. I'm a buck. I rock with Tank. I ain't got nothing against Cuellar, but that's bullshit. You know, I'm not going to be a fanboy channel and try to rationalize the bullshit. It's bullshit. This shouldn't be for no super WBA title. And how can you downgrade Albert Machado when he had a great victory over Gervonta Corrales and knocked him out? So how can you downgrade the Puerto Rican guy, make him be the regular championship when he really should be the super? If it's only 1 WBA belt, he's the super champion. Period. So you downgrade him, and then you upgrade these guys. A guy who didn't make weight last time and didn't give a fuck, and a guy who just coming off a loss at 126 pounds to Abner Mares. Somebody make this make sense. Because you can't. You can't. This just shows you, you know, Floyd Mayweather and whoever fucking, you know, Cuellar is promoted with can buy a belt. Basically, this belt was bought. It was. And Tank is talking about Floyd don't treat him good. Shit, he got you a fucking... He did something I never seen in boxing. He got a champion in Machado who beat the guy. The only guy who had a WBA belt. The regular WBA was nowhere to be found. They was skimming back. They was cutting them out of divisions. This is one of the divisions they cut it out of. So we just got to get the 1 belt, man. We know that's what WBA saying. Now they putting the shit back in. Floyd Mayweather and whoever, you know, Cuellar is promoted by, got the champion degraded or downgraded to the regular WBA, and 2, a guy coming off a loss in Cuellar and a guy who didn't make weight in his last fight, so it wasn't really sanctioned for him at 130, okay? So technically, both of these guys hadn't fought at this weight in their last fight, okay? And I don't believe Cuellar's fought at the weight, period. But they get upgraded for the Super WBA champion, and the actual Super WBA champion, Machado, gets downgraded. Have you ever seen some fuckery like this in boxing? It's getting blatant and more blatant. And maybe we haven't seen fuckery like this because the social media age is really exposing the bullshit. Like I said, even if it's a guy like Tank I rock with, I'm going to tell you the truth, bro. I can't do nothing but tell you the truth and keep it a buck. This fight shouldn't be for no fucking Super WBA championship belt. This shouldn't even for a belt. Cuellar is a guy that got beat by Abner Mares, bro. Abner Mares isn't shit at 126 in my opinion. How do you gift a guy, how do you gift a guy, both of these guys who technically didn't fight at this weight in their last fight because Tank missed weight and Cuellar got beat by Abner Mares at 126. How do you gift, these guys with a championship belt for one? But you take the real champion and downgrade him to the regular WBA champion and make this for the Super. That just tells you that, boxing ain't shit but about money. Now they gonna get Tank from the WBA, the IBF to the WBA just like that. I tell you, bro. If somebody really care about the sport of boxing, man, they'll put a stop to this shit, man. But like I said, all them dudes care about their money because the boxers don't look at it this way. The boxers, once you done in boxing and you can't fight no more, you punch drunk or whatever it may be, you sick, you done, you just can't fight no more. Them same motherfuckers who giving you these opportunities and fucking over other fighters, they gonna continue to make money. They get paid before you get paid most of the time. So they gonna continue to make money. Okay? And then until you on the other side of the pendulum and you the one that's getting fucked like Albert Machado getting fucked and everybody else in the WBA rankings. It ain't gonna fun and when the rabbit got the gun. And they time gonna come. But it ain't like Tank gonna turn on this opportunity. But it ain't like Tank gonna thank Mayweather Promotions either. He dogging them out, but they just did the fucking impossible. They got you a Super WBA championship fight where the real Super WBA champion got kicked down, got downgraded without taking a loss. And he legitimately beat the guy who was the guy in the WBA, okay? He get downgraded and you get a championship fight with a 126-pounder who just coming off a loss. And you get a championship fight when you technically fought at the 135-pound limit because you missed weight versus Forsaker. You can't tell me that his promotional company ain't doing shit for him. He just an ungrateful little motherfucking Gervonta Tank Davis in this situation. I got to call him. That's my man. I rock with him. No issues with B-More at all. But he got blessed with a golden opportunity here. And this is some real, true, live fuckery right here, man. But y'all know what it is. It's TBC and more. Keep supporting us. And we got much love for everybody.